Wayward Lad is favoured at 6-4, having touched 7-4. Captain John 100-30, 4-1, bar the 2. And they're off, and $50 more very slowly away at the back with Pretty Hopeful and Wayward Lad. That's the one but last. But St. Fillan's has jumped off well, as has Earthstopper, who jumps the first in front from St. Fillan's and Deep Sound and Captain John and Wayward Lad. As they run down towards the second, which is another plain fence, and over it Earthstopper leads, and he's going a real good gallop, Earthstopper. St. Fillan's on the outside of Deep Sound, then a gap back to Captain John as they come to the first ditch. And all over that, Pretty Hopeful jumped a little bit slowly. $50 more jumped it in last place, which is no doubt John Frankham's intention. And at a good gallop, they jumped the fourth. Earthstopper from Deep Sound, St. Fillan's and Captain John, Pretty Hopeful, Wayward Lad, and $50 more. George Sloan, still in Tennessee, plans to come over for the Grand Military meeting to ride this horse, but Bob Champion deputising today on this immensely promising horse, Earthstopper, who leads from St. Fillan's on the stand side of Deep Sound. Captain John is in fourth, and Pretty Hopeful and Wayward Lad, and $50 more as they jump the fifth, and they'll jump it. Earthstopper just settling a little in front now, and St. Fillan's ranges up towards him on the stand side. In third place is Deep Sound. Peter Scudamore and Captain John is fourth, and Pretty Hopeful, Wayward Lad, and $50 more as they jump the fence in front of the stands. And there was a fence that $50 more fell at in his last race here, and he jumped it a little bit slowly, but he jumped it okay. But John Frankham has him 6 lengths behind the bulk of the field. A field headed by Earthstopper from St. Fillan's, Deep Sound, Captain John, Pretty Hopeful, and Wayward Lad with $50 more, just 6 or 7 lengths behind them. Swinging away with a circuit left to race, and Earthstopper the leader by a length from St. Fillan's in second. The outsider Deep Sound is in third. The second favourite, Captain John, ridden by Peter Scudamore with mud on his breeches after that fall and Condra, he's in fourth. Then Pretty Hopeful, then Wayward Lad, ridden confidently by Robert Earnshaw, he's in sixth place, and John Frankham again taking a pull on $50 more as they jump that, which was the seventh, and all jump it. With Earthstopper the leader, St. Fillan's on the outside of Deep Sound, then Captain John, then Pretty Hopeful, Wayward Lad, and $50 more as they jump the eighth. And a bad mistake there by St. Fillan's, but John Joe's got away with it, and $50 more is getting quite some way behind them now as they come down towards the second ditch, with Earthstopper still leading from Deep Sound and Captain John, who's in third place now, then St. Fillan's and Pretty Hopeful and Wayward Lad as they jump the ditch. And all over it with $50 more still in last place. And Bob Champion making it still on the inside on Earthstopper from Deep Sound in second, Captain John third as they jump the water. And all over that, and Wayward Lad jumped up well on the outside, a lot closer to the leaders now. The leader's still Earthstopper by 2 lengths from Deep Sound, then a gap of 2 lengths to Captain John, and now Wayward Lad is in fourth place and going easily. Pretty Hopeful is fifth, and Fillan's has dropped back to sixth. And last of the 7 is still $50 more, but he is closer as well as they race round Swinley Bottom with just 3/4 of a mile left to race, and towards the 11th fence. 6 fences left. Earthstopper over from Deep Sound and Captain John, then Wayward Lad, just being nudged a little bit closer by Robert Earnshaw, then Pretty Hopeful, St. Fillan's, and $50 more as they jump the 5th last, and the leaders in the air together over that, Earthstopper and Deep Sound, then a gap to Captain John, who's still, his rider's still got his hands full. Wayward Lad is even closer. They jump the last ditch, and all over that, with still Earthstopper the leader. Deep Sound gets a reminder. Captain John is third. Wayward Lad going well and moving up to join the leaders. In fact, moving into second place and jumps his way into the lead at that one. And the faller there was Deep Sound. Deep Sound. Or was it Deep Sound or was it Earthstopper? It was Deep Sound, the faller, as they come into the straight with Wayward Lad, now a clear leader from Earthstopper in second place, Captain John third. $50 more is moving closer as they come to jump the second last. And over it, it was Wayward Lad from Earthstopper in second. Captain John is third. $50 more is fourth. But it looks like another big win at Ascot for Wayward Lad. He leads by 2 or 3 lengths from Earthstopper running on in second. Captain John challenging furiously in third place, but he can't quicken as they come towards the last. And the Lambert Butler Premier Chase final. Wayward Lad is over. He makes a mistake. Captain John makes a mistake. Earthback Stopper's coming back as the leader, but it's Wayward Lad holding on with 100 yards to go and storming our way for another great win. At the line, Wayward Lad is the winner from Stopper second, Captain John third, $50 more is fourth, then Pretty Hopeful is fifth, St. Fillan's finished sixth, and they all complete the course with the exception of Deep Sound, who fell at the third last. And the result of the Lambert and Butler Premier Chase Final, a win for number 7 Wayward Lad, owned by Mr. D. Ingham, trained by Michael Dickinson and ridden by Rob Earnshaw. He's returned at 13-8. Second, number 3 Stopper, owned by Mr. George Sloan, trained by Josh Gifford and ridden by Bob Champion. And third, number 1 Captain John, owned by Mr. Michael Muskos, trained by David Tom and ridden by Peter Scudamore. The fourth horse, number 4, $50 more. The only faller in the race was Deep Sound, the mount of Sam Moore's Head,